Hey guys, it's Young Wealth. Now today we gotta break down why I believe that QNT can hit a price point of $5,000. Now when we're looking at the market cap today, it's around 1.5 billion, 25 million volume, and actually the circulating supply is 12 million and the max supply is 14 million, right? So let's just do the math straight and narrow, okay? Let's just do the math straight up right now, okay? For it to hit 5,000, it would need a market cap of around 60 billion, which if we're looking at coins like Dogecoin, which hit a market cap of 84 billion, that is not too much to ask for, especially when you're dealing with QNT. Like when it's needed for any Overledger transaction, Quant is involved. So what this is going to do is it's going to allow enterprises to actually join different blockchains using the Overledger. So like if a company wanted to get into tokenization or crypto, they can actually not just be in one blockchain, they can be in multiple blockchains, i.e. the multi-chain, using the Quant Overledger. Right now there's one tweet I want to show you over here which is very important. Before we get onto that, we're going to read it first, right? So it says, the token is required for every single license and transaction. It's the entire foundation of Quant's business and technology. This is from Gilbert Verdian, right? This is coming from Gilbert Verdian, the CEO of Quant. Firstly, Overledger is powered by QNT. We have had a testnet, mainnet releases for every blockchain. I would like to ask anyone who can show us in code with Overledger transaction number or hash of any Overledger transaction they have somehow sent on mainnets without using QNT. There isn't any. You have to buy a license fee in QNT and have to pay in QNT for sending the transaction. Our approach on how it's handled, lockups, etc. hasn't changed since our last updates and thinking. Every single developer and customer has to purchase a license fee and pay for transactions in QNT, and for enterprise clients they can also pay in pounds fiat, and we handle their QNT as it is easier for the enterprise to manage. It's been this way since our business paper and to serve enterprise use cases which solve a problem for larger number of their users, right? It's how it is implemented in the developer portals today and in the recent release, which was a complete new architecture in July, okay? Now, pretty much what it's saying, to break it down into actual easier terms, any Overledger transaction involves QNT. Any Overledger transaction requires somebody to actually have QNT. So what does this mean for QNT? As Overledger transactions start to increase, we are going to see an increase in the price point for QNT. Because remember, to hit 5,000, all it has to do is hit 60 billion. Now, we have to go in here and actually show you something very important, right? Now, it says, opening doors to the blockchain economy. The technology enabling the future money is now at our fingertips. Establishing a new benchmark for blockchain interoperability and ease of use, but specifically for businesses seeking a simple, trusted and future-proof way to connect the blockchain world with Overledger. You can issue, okay, tokenize or create digital assets without holding crypto with fungible and non-fungible tokens for multi-chain development. As I said, multi-chain development requires QNT to be in use. Now, why am I talking about the tokenization aspect of things? Because if we just go over here, the Boston Consulting Group prediction, a global consulting firm BCG and ADX, the digital exchange for private markets, recently published a report last year pertaining to asset tokenization, forecast that its growth will expand into as much as 16.1 trillion business opportunity by 2030. Let me say that one more time. Asset tokenization forecast that it will grow or expand as much as 16 trillion business opportunity by 2030. Okay, now we're going to read this highlight. With a 50-fold increase predicted between 2022 and 2030 from 310 billion to 16.1 trillion, tokenized assets are expected to make up 10% of the global GPD by the end of the decade. The upturn of tokenization is most likely to be associated with non-fungible tokens, in brackets NFTs. And what do we see over here? We see tokenize or create digital assets without holding crypto with fungible and non-fungible tokens for multi-chain development. So now we know that if the markets are going to be 16 trillion, right? Let's just do some math real quick, okay? 16 trillion, not billion, 16 trillion, okay? And we just actually say we want 1% of that market share. That puts Quant at a price point of 160 billion in market cap. And if we just do the math real quick and divide it by the circulating supply, we can see that puts Quant at a price point of $13,000. So $5,000 in Quant is literally just the tip of the iceberg, guys. So when we see the price point of QNT today, I think we can possibly see a dip because Bitcoin is actually slowing down. Bitcoin we're at extreme greed right now. I do feel like we have to decrease in extreme greed. We have to see some fear in the markets because Bitcoin is starting to lose strength. And once that happens, I feel like a lot of these tokens can go back down, have a like 25-30% correction, if not 40%. So I'll be waiting for those dips. Right now, I'm on the sidelines just waiting for a bigger dip, right? But when we're looking at QNT today, there will be no issue for it to hit $5,000 if the narrative is there. There will be no issue for it to hit $5,000 once utility bull run arrives, okay? Because at the end of the day, we have a lot of tokens right now that are making big jumps and they have no utility. Once 2030 gets here or 2029 gets here, a lot of these tokens are no longer going to exist on the market today. So it's to the point where, like, when you're looking at QNT today at $127, just knowing it can go to 5,000, that's something to be very excited about, because at the end of the day, a lot of these tokens are not going to stand the test of time, and QNT is guaranteed to stand the test of time. Main reason being is because it's the only thing that can be used as an overledger. So it's like, once we know that enterprises will use QNT to actually get their product on multiple blockchains, which is very exciting for QNT because we have not ever seen it before. This is innovative actual language. It's innovative financial instruments, okay? So when we zoom out to the 7-day, we can see that it's actually up 3.4%. On the monthly, it's actually up 23%. On the yearly, we're actually up 2%, right? I am expecting a little pullback for the whole market in general. I am expecting a little dip in general for the markets because we went on a pump, and I feel like this was the phase one of the bull run, okay? This was phase one. We might go for a dip, then regenerate a growth, then see potential to the upside again, because at the end of the day, you cannot go up in a straight line. So when it comes to QNT, I do believe that we will hit a $5,000 price point, and I'm not too sure when that will happen, but I know that it's more than likely gonna happen within this next decade or so. It could even happen this bull run if everything is nice and the catalyst is healthy, okay? Because at the end of the day, it don't take a lot of money, or it don't take a lot to push the market cap to 60 billion. That's around as 50x from here, 55x from here, and I do believe it's possible. And when it's possible, I will be taking a lot of profits, claiming my hundreds of thousands or possibly my millions, and you will be claiming your hundreds of thousands or possibly your millions. So I just made this quick video on QNT real quick, and at the end of the day, I'll be back with another one later on. I'm posting 8 videos a day currently because we're on the grind, right? We're trying to grow. We're trying to get as much people possible knowledgeable about crypto. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bells, okay? And with that being said, if you want to be part of my Discord chat, join the Patreon, link in the description. With that being said, it was Young Wealth, and I'm signing out. Peace.